Hi, my name is Jessica Dunn. Today I will be presenting to you my presentation, Recess for Student Success. So today I would like to explain to you the importance of why regular physical activity is important, the benefits, evaluating students, and just simple the guidelines for physical activity. So just to think about, schools have direct contact with more than 95% of our nation's young people, aged 5 to 17 years old. For about 6 hours per day and up to 13 critical years of their social, psychological, physical, and intellectual development, schools play an important role in promoting the health and safety of children and adolescents by helping them to establish lifelong health patterns. And that's by the Centers of Disease and Control. So this is just how big of an impact that the school system does have. They do spend a good amount of time, children do spend a good amount of time at school. So it's important that there's opportunities for them to get their physical activity while they're there. Why should students participate in activity? So physical activity is essential for the highest quality of life over lifespan. And behaviors are learned early on. So it's important to implement healthy behaviors that children and adolescents can carry on into their later years in life, which will reduce risk health complications throughout their life. So there's a lot of benefits to physical activity. Improved cardiorespiratory fitness, strong bones and muscles, control weight, reduce symptoms of depression and anxiety. Can also reduce several health conditions from developing, like heart disease, cancer, type 2 diabetes, high blood pressure, osteoporosis, and obesity. And then on the other side of that, we have the consequences. We have the consequences of inactivity. So here it's pretty much just the opposite, energy imbalance. So that's, really important, because especially for students, we want them, to have energy throughout the day so they can be aware and actually learning, and then be able to continue throughout the rest of the day to their other activities. So then heart disease, physical inactivity does contribute to high cholesterol, high triglyceride levels, high blood pressure, and glucose intolerance. Developing heart disease, yep. So there's a lot of consequences. And right now, here's some facts to look at. 1 in 4 adolescents have a chronic health condition. 18% of children had obesity in 2015-2016. 75% of high school students do not engage in physical activity. So this is, kind of eye-opening to see the numbers, and that schools really need to implement a program. Right now there's FitnessGram. This is for evaluating fitness level in students, children, and adolescents. And it focuses on health-related fitness that identifies risk factors. The components are cardiorespiratory, which a 1-mile run is done for that assessment. Then you have muscular strength and endurance. Students are tested by doing a curl-up, trunk lift, push-up, flexibility. There's a shoulder stretch and a back saber sit and reach. Then we have a body composition skin fold measurement. So these are great measurements to take in students to get an idea of their fitness level, so we are aware of their risk factors for the diseases that we just discussed. It also, gives students somewhere an idea of where they're at and if they need to improve. So here are the guidelines for physical activity in children and adolescents. 60 minutes per day should be moderate to vigorous intensity, and students should include vigorous intensity physical activity at least 3 days a week. Muscle strengthening is also very important, which should be performed 3 days a week for at least 60 minutes on those 3 days. And then bone strengthening as well. Next, we have recommendations for cardiorespiratory fitness. It's pretty similar to adults. So you focus on health-related benefits with continuous physical activity. So that's either students being involved in team sports, individual and dual sports, or even recreational activity. So the new guidelines under the U.S. health guidelines state children and adolescents should be provided opportunities and encouragement to participate in physical activity that are appropriate for their age, that are enjoyable, and offer variety. So schools and school programs should definitely do a good job of offering different types of physical education activities to keep things exciting, and also to change it up, because not all students are the same, and we need to try to focus on everyone. So these are fun ways to boost cardiorespiratory fitness. Team sports like basketball or baseball are really good for cardiorespiratory fitness. There's also, you can go running with a friend. It's a great idea. Or hiking. Hiking is a very great outdoor sport, so you're also getting the beauty of being outside, the fresh air. So it's a highly recommended activity. Strength training. So strength training, it's very important for children and adolescents to get a parent or guardian to fill out a health history for each child. Students should be supervised each session, teach proper lifting techniques. Children with disease should have a modified program that is specific to them and their condition or symptoms that a student is feeling. And then children should perform, here's what they should perform. So the benefits of team sports. So team sports are great for students. It's a place that they can feel a part of a team and social acceptance. They also get feelings of autonomy and self-determination and choice, which is an important part of health and wellness, is to feel like you are in control of your path. So that's a great benefit of team sports, and it also gives students hope and looking forward to their future. Here's from the Centers of Disease and Control. Students that are physical active tend to have better grades, school attendance, cognitive performance, and classroom behaviors. And with that, just a lot of people think that physical activity, team sports, strength and conditioning can be unsafe, but it's actually, there's a lot of benefits to it, and it just needs to be safe and structured. So thank you for letting me present to you, and this was Jessica Dunn. Here are my references.